My fiancé laughed at my prenup. "You're not rich enough for this," I replied. "Okay." Then I had my lawyer add a secret infidelity clause with a $1 million penalty. She signed without reading. Her lawyer's screaming phone call 3 weeks later. Original post. I, 35 male, thought I was doing the smart thing. Just trying to protect what I'd built before meeting Natalie, 29. We'd been together 2 years, engaged for 3 months, wedding planned for next spring. I'm not wealthy by any stretch. I run a small consulting firm that nets me about $250 a year. Got a house worth maybe $600, with $200K left on the mortgage, some investments, retirement accounts, total net worth around $1.2 million. Comfortable, not rich. When I brought up the prenup 2 months ago, Natalie's reaction was unexpected. "A prenup?" She actually laughed, threw her head back and cackled. "Babe, you make decent money, but you're not exactly Jeff Bezos. This is embarrassing." "It's just protection for both of us," I said. "Protection from what? Your Toyota Camry and your index funds?" More laughing. "My dad's business is worth more than everything you own combined." Her dad owns a chain of furniture stores. Does well, sure, but the contempt in her voice hit different. "If it's so insignificant, then signing it shouldn't matter," I pointed out. She rolled her eyes. "Fine, whatever makes you feel important, but I'm telling my friends you made me sign a prenup for your little retirement account." That stung, but I said okay. Called my lawyer buddy Christopher that night. Told him about her reaction. He was quiet for a moment. "You sure you want to marry someone who thinks that little of your accomplishments?" he asked. "Just drop the prenup," I said. "Standard asset protection." "Yeah, and Chris, add an infidelity clause. Make it significant." "How significant? $1 million. He whistled. "That's aggressive for your net worth. She thinks I'm not rich enough to need a prenup. She won't even read it." "You're serious?" "Dead serious. Make it airtight. Any infidelity, physical or emotional, triggers the penalty." Update 1. The prenup signing was exactly what I expected. Natalie showed up to my lawyer's office 40 minutes late, designer coffee in hand, texting the entire time. "Where do I sign?" she asked without looking up. "Christopher, professional as always. I'd recommend having your attorney review." "It's fine," she waved him off. "James makes like nothing. No offense, babe. What's he gonna take? Half his Pokemon card collection?" She literally said that in front of my lawyer. Christopher pushed the document toward her. The terms include standard asset division, spousal support waiver, and… Yeah, she interrupted, flipping to the signature page. "Where's the line?" She signed with a flourish, even took a selfie with the pen, posted it on Instagram later with the caption, "Humoring my future hubby's financial anxiety, hatch prenup for a price." Her friends commented things like, "Limao, he thinks he's rich," and "protecting those assets." I screenshotted everything. 2 weeks passed. Wedding planning continued. Natalie kept making jokes about the prenup to everyone, the caterer, the florist, her cousins. "James made me sign a prenup. Can you believe it? Like someone's gonna gold dig a man who shops at Target." Then last Tuesday happened. I came home early from a client meeting. Natalie's car was in the driveway, along with another Mercedes I recognized. Belonged to Damien, her business partner in some boutique marketing agency she was starting. Walked in quietly, heard sounds from upstairs, the kind that confirm what your gut already knows. Stood at the bottom of the stairs for maybe 30 seconds. Part of me wanted to storm up there. But I remembered the prenup, remembered Christopher's advice about evidence, pulled out my phone, started recording, walked upstairs, pushed open the bedroom door. The scramble was almost comical. Natalie shrieking, grabbing sheets, Damien trying to cover himself with a throw pillow. "James, this isn't, we were just…" "Save it," I said, still recording. "Damien, you've got 60 seconds to get dressed and get out." He grabbed his clothes and ran, didn't even put his shoes on, left them right there. Natalie started crying. "Baby, let me explain." "Explain what?" "How you were just reviewing marketing strategies? Pretty thorough review." "It meant nothing. We just got carried away." "Cool. Pack your stuff. You're leaving." "James, please. We're getting married in 3 months." "No, we're not." The switch from tears to rage was instant. "You can't just throw me out. I live here. You're not on the deed. You're a guest, and you just violated the prenup you signed." She laughed, that same contemptuous laugh. "The prenup? Who cares about your stupid prenup? I'll get half anyway. That's how divorce works. You should have read it. What? The infidelity clause. You owe me $1 million. Now she really laughed. You're delusional. I'm not paying you anything. Your lawyer might disagree. Get out. Update 2. 3 days of silence. Then the text started. First, attempts at reconciliation. Can we please talk? I made a mistake. I love you. Damien means nothing. Then anger. You're seriously throwing away our relationship over one mistake? You're pathetic. I never loved you anyway. Your dick game was weak. Then threats. I'll tell everyone you abused me. My dad will ruin your business. You'll regret this. I forwarded everything to Christopher. He was building the file. Day 5. Natalie's mom called. Rita was usually reasonable, so I answered. James, sweetheart, Natalie told me what happened. All of it? Pause. She said there was a misunderstanding. Rita, I have video of your daughter in bed with another man, 3 months before our wedding. Longer pause. She's young, people make mistakes, and mistakes have consequences. You're really going to enforce that ridiculous prenup? The one she laughed at and signed without reading? Yes. $1 million? That's insane. You don't even have that kind of money. That's what liens and payment plans are for. You'd ruin her life over this? She ruined our relationship. I'm just enforcing a contract she willingly signed. Rita hung up. That afternoon, Natalie's dad, Frank, showed up at my office. My assistant tried to stop him, but he barged right in. You little shit, he started. Frank, I'm recording this interaction for my safety. That slowed him down. You think you can extort my daughter? I think your daughter signed a legal agreement and then violated it. That prenup is toilet paper. No judge will enforce $1 million penalty. Your daughter has assets. Her trust fund, her stake in your business, her condo in Miami. His face went red. You knew about that? I know she's not the broke party girl she pretends to be. Yeah, Frank, I did my homework too. I'll bury you in legal fees. Try it. I have video evidence, text admissions, the signed prenup, your daughter's Instagram posts mocking the very document she signed. Good luck. He stormed out. Update 3. The next Monday, I got a call from an unknown number. Natalie's lawyer. Mr. Morrison, this is Gregory Hutchinson from Hutchinson & Associates. Christopher mentioned you might call. Yes, well, I've reviewed the prenuptial agreement my client signed. And? The infidelity clause, it's concerning. Concerning how? The penalty amount is punitive. Your client found it so insignificant she signed without reading it. There's video of her mocking it while signing. Silence. She claims she was coerced. I actually laughed. Coerced? I have her Instagram posts making fun of me for even wanting a prenup. I have texts where she calls me pathetic for thinking I need one. I have her on video at the signing saying I have nothing worth protecting. Those could work against her, yes? Could? Gregory, she literally posted a selfie with the pen saying she was humoring my financial anxiety. Pretty hard to claim coercion. The $1 million amount is perfectly legal. She has the assets to cover it. The condo alone is worth $800. How did you? Discovery will be interesting, won't it? More silence. My client is willing to walk away quietly. No penalty, no claims on your assets. Your client signed a contract. She can pay the penalty, or we can go to court where everyone will see the video of her with Damien. You'd really expose that publicly? I'm not the one who cheated 3 months before my wedding. He sighed. This is aggressive for someone of your financial standing. There it was again. The implication I wasn't rich enough to matter. You know what's funny, Gregory? Everyone keeps saying I'm not wealthy enough to deserve a prenup, but apparently I'm wealthy enough for your client to try to marry me. Weird how that works. We'll be in touch. 20 minutes later, Natalie herself called from a different number. You absolute bastard. Hello to you too. $1 million? Are you insane? You're the one who signed it. I didn't read it. That's on you. Pretty expensive lesson about reading contracts. You tricked me. I asked you to sign a prenup. You mocked me for it, said I had nothing worth protecting, signed it without reading. How was that tricking? You knew I wouldn't read it. Because you thought I was too poor to matter? Silence. Yeah, Natalie, I knew. I knew you thought so little of me that you wouldn't even pretend to care about our legal agreements. You set me up. You cheated on me, with Damien. In bed, 3 months before our wedding. It was a mistake. so was not reading the prenup. She screamed something unintelligible and hung up. Update 4. The smear campaign started immediately. Natalie went nuclear on social media. Found out my ex is a sociopath who tried to trap me with a fake prenup. Ladies, this is why you always get a lawyer. Her friends piled on. The narrative was that I was abusive, controlling, manipulative, that I'd created a predatory prenup designed to trap her. My phone started blowing up. Mutual friends wanting my side. I posted once, Natalie cheated. I have video proof. She signed a prenup without reading it because she thought I was too poor to matter. Actions have consequences. Attached 3 screenshots. 1. Her Instagram post mocking the prenup. 2. Her text saying, "Your dick game was weak anyway." 3. A still from the video, faces blurred but clearly her bedroom. The tide turned instantly. Then came the real escalation. Natalie's dad called Christopher directly. "Your client is destroying my daughter's reputation. Your daughter cheated on my client and violated a legal agreement she signed. That agreement is extortion. That agreement is legally binding. We're filing a lawsuit, fraud, emotional distress, defamation. Good luck with that." The lawsuit arrived 2 days later. They were suing me for fraudulent inducement, intentional infliction of emotional distress, defamation, unconscionable contract terms. Christopher was actually excited. "This is beautiful. They're claiming fraud when we have video of her mocking the document while signing it voluntarily. Can they win? Not a chance, but they're hoping you'll fold." I won't. I know. Discovery is going to be brutal for them. He was right. Discovery meant Natalie had to turn over her financial records. Turns out Daddy's little princess had a trust fund worth $2.3 million. The condo in Miami? Actually 2 condos. Plus investment accounts she'd hidden. Meanwhile, her boutique marketing agency with Damien? They'd been business partners for 8 months. 8 months of client dinners, overnight strategy sessions, and weekend conferences. I had Christopher subpoena Damien. He folded immediately, admitted the affair had been going on for months, even provided texts where Natalie said she was just waiting for the wedding to lock down James's money. Update 5. 3 weeks after the initial confrontation, Gregory called Christopher. "My client wants to settle. The penalty is $1 million. That's not feasible. Then we go to trial. Your client's lawsuit opens the door for us to countersue. Fraud, intentional infliction of emotional distress, breach of contract. We have evidence she was planning to marry my client for financial gain while maintaining an affair. She wasn't. I have texts, Gregory. From Damien, your client called my client, and I quote, an easy mark with a decent bank account." Long silence. "What would your client accept?" Christopher looked at me. I shook my head. "The full $1 million, or we go public with everything." 2 hours later, Gregory called back. "She'll pay, but she wants an NDA. No NDA, she signs away all claims, pays the $1 million, and we're done." That's not. "Gregory, we have her on video committing infidelity. We have texts proving she was using my client. We have financial documents showing she lied about her assets. We have her social media posts mocking the very contract she's now trying to invalidate. How do you think this plays in court?" "She'll pay. $500,000 now. $500,000 over 2 years. I thought about it. 70-30. $700,000 within 30 days, $300,000 over 1 year. Done." The check for $700K cleared last week. The first installment of the remaining $300 is due next month. Natalie had to sell the Miami condo. Her dad is reportedly furious. Not at her for cheating, but at her for signing without reading. Final update. It's been 2 months since everything went down. The dust has settled, mostly. Natalie tried one last manipulation. Showed up at my office last week, dressed conservatively, makeup subtle. The opposite of her usual style. "James, can we talk? You need to leave. I'm paying you $1 million. The least you can do is hear me out." "The least I can do is nothing. That's what I'm doing." "I loved you." "No, you didn't. You loved the lifestyle you thought I'd provide." "That's not true." "Natalie, I have texts where you literally called me an easy mark. You were with Damien for 8 months. You were playing me." She started crying. "You destroyed my life. You destroyed our relationship. I just made sure there were consequences. Over one mistake. Over 8 months of mistakes. And more importantly, over the complete contempt you showed for me. You thought I was a joke. Too poor to matter. too stupid to protect myself. I was wrong. Yes, you were, about a lot of things. You're really gonna take all that money from me? I'm not taking anything. You're paying a penalty you agreed to. Maybe next time read what you sign. There won't be a next time. No one will marry me now. That's not my problem. She stood up, the mask finally dropping. You're a vindictive asshole. You planned this whole thing. I planned for the possibility that someone who showed me such contempt might also betray me. Turns out I was right. You knew I wouldn't read it. Because you thought I was beneath you. Yeah, I knew. And I used your arrogance against you. Consider it $1 million lesson in respect. She slammed the door on her way out. The money is sitting in an investment account. Haven't touched it. Might donate it. Might start a scholarship fund for financial literacy. Haven't decided. The funny thing? I never wanted her money. I wanted her to face consequences for once in her life. Rich Daddy always bailed her out. Not this time. My business is doing better than ever. Turns out the story got around certain circles, and several high net worth individuals reached out wanting my consulting services. They liked that I protected myself strategically. Christopher framed the signed prenup in his office. Under it, he put a plaque. Always read the fine print. As for dating, taking a break. Trust issues are real right now. My therapist says that's normal. Working through the fact that someone I loved saw me as nothing more than a wallet with mediocre sex attached. But here's the thing. I'm not bitter. I'm grateful. Grateful I found out before the wedding. Grateful I protected myself. Grateful I had the backbone to enforce consequences even when her entire family came at me. The prenup she mocked? The one I wasn't rich enough to need? It saved me from a lifetime with someone who fundamentally didn't respect me. Worth every penny of the $1 million I'll never spend. To everyone saying I went too far. She signed a legal document without reading it because she thought I was too poor to matter. She cheated for 8 months while planning to lock down my money through marriage. She tried to destroy my reputation when caught. She got exactly what she agreed to. Nothing more, nothing less. And to anyone thinking about marriage, get a prenup. Get it reviewed by lawyers on both sides. And for the love of all that's holy, read what you sign. Some mistakes are worth $1 million, apparently.